Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we don't have a lot of time. It's actually not true, but this is going to be fairly short. Today we are tackling the final story of Superman number 9, the fourth story, The Jackson Murder Ring. I already have a headache. This is by far the worst issue of Superman I have read so far. Not issue, story. By far. This is not even going to be like a recap. This is mostly going to be me ranting. And I don't think it's going to be very long because there's just really one main idea I want to get across about the Jackson Murder Ring. When I read this issue, I was short on time. I had to read the full issue, which is 60 pages of 4 different Superman stories, which can get exhausting if the stories aren't very good. And you can watch the rest of these reviews to see that most of it wasn't. But the Jackson Murder Ring coming at the end and just what it is. Here's the quick recap. 2 partners own a diamond. One goes out a window, looks like a suicide. Superman investigates it, discovers that there's this whole crime syndicate mafia involved, and like almost every page there's like a new twist or character introduced, all to basically reveal that the other partner hired the mafia to kill his partner and make it look like a suicide so he could get the diamond himself. Simple, right? No. The big problem with this comic is it's too short for what it's trying to accomplish. There's not enough room in 14 pages of a story to tell the story it's trying to tell. So instead of actually telling a story, we're just getting like pages, and I'm showing you a page right now. This is what most of the story looks like. Almost every page is just wall-to-wall text of exposition to explain how this person is involved or how that person is involved. No real character interactions. It's just building this convoluted story that has absolutely no room to breathe or be told. It could really do with, like a part 2 or a second issue. Maybe the entire, I don't know, like a regular 20 issue comic. I don't think that would have helped all that much. It may have made some pages more bearable. But if like a page looks like that in a comic, and I have no issues with reading, but like comics are a visual medium. And if you're just using wall-to-wall text to explain things, not even like have character conversations, sort of like how Tarantino builds characters with these long, lengthy scenes of people talking. Just here we have exposition of stuff that I can kind of put together just from the art. Something is very wrong. There has been a failure at some point in the communication of this comic. Comics should not look like a wall-to-wall text. There are some exceptions to the rule, but something has gone very wrong here, and this comic is just not very interesting. A hell to read. I barely remember what happens in it. I read the comic, I've read my summary of it, and like none of this information sticks because a lot of it's just throwing stuff at the wall for you to remember, all to get down to a simple problem of one guy killed another guy for money, essentially. It took a very simple story and made it ungodly convoluted in a short amount of time. And what's really upsetting is like Batman comics at this time had like more than one issue stories. Superman sort of did this, or specifically Action Comics did this with the first story and hasn't really done that again. Everything has been rushed and made sure it was made into like one 14-page story each time. And a lot of them would have been helped. Well, several of them would have been helped with being more than one story. I'm even kind of surprised seeing how much similar these stories are. They weren't trying to add filler and make these stories longer than they needed to be. Instead, we're making them shorter than they need to be. And at least when it's longer, you get somewhat of a plot that works. I don't think they make a plot that works this way. And if I was going to add things to fix Golden Age stories, I would have just said, maybe let some of them be 2 issues. Or a whole issue of Superman be 1 complete story or 2 complete stories versus 4 different stories. Okay, that is the end of my rant. You can try reading this issue, The Jackson Murder Ring, if you want. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover either a story featuring Batman in Detective Comics or one of the stories in the main Batman series. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? Also, why can't they just tell these stories in more than one issue? Have a great day.